just a little bit. That should be good right there. Get all your brothers in the picture. That should be good right there. Alright. Let me check if we live and we can get it jumping.
Come.
Yeah, we live.
Yep.
Alright, come. Alright, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, we're the brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church here in Georgia. I'm the brother Kasha Kwala.
I'm the brother Zakaria.
Karazazah.
Alright, giving all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. And as you can see by the title of the lesson, is Don't Be a Zealot. Okay? Don't be a zealot. Don't be covetous. Don't do things out of your own will and desire. Okay? That's not the way to go, man. That's not the way to go. If you have the spirit of a zealot, man, you better pray and fast. If someone recognize, because you're not going to know if you have the spirit of a zealot, because the spirit of a zealot has a lot of pride on it, and pride is one of the most subtle spirits out there. You won't know when it leaks in and comes to get you, man. You won't know. All right, Zakaria, can you hold 1 Corinthians 8 and 1?
Come.
You won't know when that thing comes and just creeps in, and next thing you know, brothers are looking at you sideways, you know. But if anyone does rebuke or reprove you on being too overly fervent, then hey, you pray and fast that you don't get that spirit of Judas Iscariot on you, and we're going to get that account as well. Okay. So first, we're going to start at this 1 Corinthians 8 and 1 real quick. You good, brother?
I got it. This 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. It says, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies.
There you go. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifies. So the way you combat that zealous type, that overly zealous type spirit, is understanding that our righteousness is as filthy rags in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And understanding that pride is not made for men. You know what that is in Sirach 10?
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and get that real quick.
Kind.
You know, and pride, and I'm gonna let y'all brothers blast off too.
Kind.
You know?
This is Sirach.
I think it's
That's
like 10,
right. I'm in the wrong
10 and
group.
8.
Yeah, like 10. Yep, 7.
Okay.
It's Sirach 10 and 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity.
Yeah, by both do if one commit iniquity.
Mm-hmm.
Right when that pride demon comes into play, you start acting different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You start looking different. The brothers can see, like, bro, what's wrong with you, man?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're too good for any and everybody.
Yeah.
All right. There's another one in here where it says, go to 13.
Sirach chapter 10 verse 13. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination.
There you go. Abominations, which is a filthy, disgusting thing. Go ahead.
It says, and therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly.
That's right. Go down to verse 18.
Sirach 10 and 18. It says, pride was not made for men.
It wasn't even made. So even if anyone were to be prideful, it's Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead.
It says, nor furious anger for them that are born of a woman.
That's right. So that's why we have to exercise gentleness and humility towards one another. Okay? Because, you know, at the end of the day, if you're in the body, no matter how big or small of knowledge anyone has, everyone's important.
That's right.
All right? No one's too good for anybody, man.
That's
if you
right.
have that spirit on you, man, you better check yourself.
Yeah, you gotta get it off. I got a precept for you.
Go ahead, brother.
Dealing on this
Yeah,
situation.
Come on.
You know, this is Psalms chapter 34, verse 18. It says, the Lord is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. You know, so like how the brother is going into, man, the Lord always deals with the humble, man, with the meek and the lowly. You know, you can't come be in this thing, you know, thinking that you know everything or no one can tell you anything, you know, or just be real zealous. You know, and brothers getting on you, telling you about it, and you're not listening to it. You know, like how we going into, man. It says the Lord saves such as be of a contrite spirit, man. You know, willing to take rebuke, you know, and just take the low road, man. You know, and ultimately, man, when you take the low road, it's easier. You know, it's easier because men don't have to always watch over you what this brother doing. You know, why he always why he not, or you know, men who are proud or have pride on them always is the topic of conversation, man. You know, he always in the middle of something.
Yeah.
You know.
The scriptures say, "Meddle not in another man's affair."
Yeah, kind of.
And also, the scriptures say, I think it's Sirach 11, the 11th chapter, not to be concerned with a matter that don't be in a paraphrasing, don't be in a matter that concerns. I think it's 11:7 or 11:8. I don't want to butcher it. Let me try to find it.
8.
Yeah, read that.
This is Sirach 11:8. It says, "Answer not before thou hast heard the cause,
Yeah.
neither interrupt men in the midst of their talk."
Keep going.
It says, "Strive not in the matter that concerneth thee, and sit not in judgment with sinners."
Reread that.
Sirach 11:9. "Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not."
There you go. Strive not in a matter that concerneth thee not, man. Shouldn't be putting your nose in it, each and every single little thing. When you read Sirach 3, it tells you pretty much, don't go synopsis, don't go above your pay grade and be worried about matters that are too much for you. All right? This is certain state, you know, sometimes there's a ceiling that the Lord places on you before he's ready for you to make the next level. Don't try to peek over that ceiling or counter surf. Okay? That's putting your nose over something.
Yeah.
All right? Because you can end up hurting yourself. And you doing that is being prideful, being too overly zealous. You know? You got it, man?
No, that was it on.
You got it, Zachariah.
Come, this is Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And you know, you having a haughty spirit on you is really a female trait. You know, when you acting haughty, sticking your chest out,
Want to be seen.
Want to be seen, want attention. You know, that's a feminine spirit being on you, man. You know, and it's going to destroy you too, ultimately, especially being in this truth.
Yeah, that's right, bro.
You know, knowing these scriptures going out on the highways and byways, now you're walking around like you know it all. You know, it's going to just strike back. Then I'm going to continue. It says, "Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly." Yeah, so it's better being humble. You know, yeah, we know the real name of the Lord now. You know, we're still babes, but us knowing this word, that don't mean we can put our head high. You know, and act like the kingdom is now or something. Like we can tell, you know, Jake what to do and how it is. Like, no, man. You know, just take the load. I'm gonna continue. It says, then to divide the spoil with the pride. The proud, it's like it. And also the scriptures say what? Be wise as a serpent. So we gotta be wise with this thing, man. You can't just make yourself known. But you still amongst wolves, man. You still amongst people who can still get you. You know, you still in these vessels. You don't have the spiritual body yet. So you can still perish, man. You know, the Lord isn't here yet. He is here in the spirit, but he's not physically here yet. The kingdom of heaven is not physically here yet. You know, so you got to take the load until the time comes. You know.
That's the spirit. You know, another good word for pride or synonym is thinking that you're entitled. All right. You're not entitled to anything. The Lord don't owe you. You owe the Lord. You owe Yahweh Shai for what he's done for us. You know? So, in order to be in the right spirit, you gotta exercise a large portion of humility.
That's right.
You know? And I'm speaking to myself in general. You know? You gotta be extremely humble in this thing. Not be a zealot. You know? Y'all got any other precepts?
Well, there's still some more in that 1 Corinthians.
Okay, come on.
This 1 Corinthians 8, and I'll just read it from the top.
Okay.
It says, now as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. Knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know.
That's right.
You know,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So you know, just this is just keeping you in that humble spirit, man. You know, because once you get in this truth, you know, you start to learn certain things. You start getting breakdowns. You know, you learn, like the brother said, you got the name. You know, you put away that old man, and a prideful spirit can come on you, man. You know, because you've actually accomplished something that's satisfying, so to speak. You know, hey, but the scripture says, if any man think that he know of anything, he know of nothing. You know, hey, because we are, at the end of the day, man, we're not the Most High. You know, He created us. We have a higher power to answer to, man. At the end of the day, you know, you didn't sit down and make this immaculate plan out yourself, man. You know, it was all from the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. You know.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so just, you know, on the topic of the lesson, not to be a zealot, we understand what's been going on this week. Israel's been hot on the news. You know, you saw that little facade, whatever you want to call it, of that Native American and those self-proclaimed white boys, biblically known as the Edomites, out there mocking and being heathenistic as what's expected of them, you know, and doing what they do. And then they had an interview with the dude, and he said he wasn't even sorry for what he did.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. But Hebrew Israelites were out there.
All right.
And they've been pushing that name out a lot. Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew
Black
Israelites this. Black Hebrew Israelites this. Black Hebrew Israelites that. And there's another video out there on CNN where they actually have the name Yahweh written, and they said it on national TV. It's out there. Okay? If any time to be a zealot, now is not the time to be one. Okay? To be, oh yeah, I know about. You better be low-key and discreet. Just like it tells you to be when you read Titus, the 2nd chapter, about the aged woman. Who's the aged woman? We are. Keepers at home, chaste, not giving too much into wine. We are those women that Titus, the 2nd chapter, is speaking of. Okay? Because what? The Lord Caesar says that. And nowhere in there did it say to be a zealot. Okay? Now, you got some guys out there as we speak in front of the CNN building after all of this has popped off on the news. It's not the wisest thing to do. Okay? And it's a group called the Sakari. I don't really like talking about these other groups, but it has to be said, because guess what? Because of their actions, 2nd Ezra chapter 16 and 69 on down is going to come to pass on all the people who call themselves Hebrew Israelites. On everybody who fears the Lord. Because of their zealous type action, overzealous type actions. Now I'm going to get started real quick, and then we're going to jump into an account with the zealot. His name was Judas Iscariot. Okay? So this is what Sakari means. Okay? The Sakari. The Sakari, and this is in the Wikipedia. It says we're a splinter group, meaning a break-off group or a similar group, all right, to the Jewish zealots. Okay? It says, who in the decades preceding Jerusalem's destruction in 70 AD heavily opposed the Roman occupation of Judea. Okay? Remember what I just said. They heavily opposed the Roman occupation of Judea. Now let's get what a zealot is. This is what a zealot. The zealots were a political movement. And when you go into the word politic, okay, it means to manipulate. That's all politics is. It's a manipulation. That's why they kiss the baby when they're running for office. Oh, he's such a good guy, and y'all eat it up. It's a manipulative act. That's all politics means. Get Daniel 8:25. Because the word policy means crafty. When you go into the word crafty, it means cunning in a bad sense. Okay? It says the Zealots were a political movement in the first century, Second Temple Judaism, which sought to entice the people of the Judean province to rebel against the Roman Empire. Now, you being a zealot and not being wise, you don't understand and probably never read Romans the 13th chapter. When certain people are going to be subject above you because the Lord put them there for a reason. Okay? Be subject under it. Don't be a zealot. All right? That's exactly what they did back then. Now, is it the wisest thing? Yeah, we're still going to go out to the highways and byways on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? We're still going to do that because that's what we're commanded to do. But when all this pop out, we're going to stand right in front of the CNN building trying to be seen with 150s and hundreds of men out there blocking the goddamn sidewalk? No, we're not. It's not the wisest thing to do. See, the men in GMS, we move with wisdom. There's a big difference. Okay?
And I bring out the precept just to back up what you're saying.
You got it, brother.
This is Ephesians chapter 5. I'm going to start at verse 15. It says, See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. You going to it if you want.
Oh, yeah, of course. It says not as fools, but as wise. See that you walk circumspectly. I'm going to get Salakia. What did you have holding, Zakaria?
I have that John 13 and Daniel 8.
You can drop Daniel 8. Get Proverbs 4, I think it's 25. I think it's 25 or 26, but just start at 25. It's one of Bishop Alatazar's favorite verses.
Come.
Now hold your precepts. I don't want you to reread it. You know, actually reread yours.
This is Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
That's right. You walk circumspectly. So you're vigilant, Salaki. All right? And you're cognizant. And your situational awareness is on 100. You know? You're not slacking when it comes to visual perceptions. Okay? Get that Proverbs real quick.
This is Proverbs 4, and you said 25?
Yeah, start at 25. Let me see what that says.
Come. In verse 25, let thine eyes look right on.
There you go. Let thy eyes look right on. Go ahead.
And let thine eyelids look straight before thee.
Look straight before thee. Now that's being circumspect. Keep going.
Ponder the path of thy feet.
It says ponder the path of thy feet. When you're pondering, you're thinking about something. Go ahead.
And let all thy ways be established.
And let all thy ways be established. Is there more?
No, lie.
Okay, cool. That's it. So, the idea, you look straight forward, know where you're going, and ponder about your next move. Do you think going out to the CNN building is pondering your moves?
It's not.
No, man. Especially after another camp shook the dust on that.
Right.
Now you're just being covetous.
And then you out there with microphones, yelling and enticing, like the word enticing Esau. You know, hey, you have to pay for all these things, man.
That's right.
You know, but are you actually willing, to pay for what you're speaking?
That's right.
You know, are you actually willing to pay for the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai? You're not, man. You know, why? Because you're not building yourself up the correct way, man.
That's right.
Y'all, these other camps, we don't really like to go into other camps, but we gotta do it for prophecy's sake. You know, hey, man, you gotta build yourself up right, man. You know, sound doctrine, man. It's like how I believe it's Titus. You know, to where no one can. They gonna have to falsely accuse you, man.
That's right.
You know how these other camps are coming at Esau, man. That's not. Hey, they got dirt on you, so to speak, man. You know, they got you, man. You know, you got it.
And it's an unwise thing to actually go where the police department is too. So that's where mainly the police are, right through those doors with the CNN, at the CNN Center, yeah.
And then they had the 5 points. You
Yeah.
know, one wrong word, man, can cause an altercation like that out there, man.
That's right.
It ain't nothing but a low down, dirty Jake out there, man. You know, that's why we should. That's like the brother said, we shook the dust on those places, man.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah, man. We moving in the spirit of the Lord, and you guys are moving in a carnal way. Here it is. We don't know why. Even though it's prophecy, why y'all guys coming at Esau so hard when Esau can just press the red button? You know, that easy. Got to be wise, bro. You know, and that's all I have.
Come on, brother. Come on. Y'all hit it right on the head, man. I ain't got much to say. We can get an example of a zealot. You can get that in John 13 and 21.
Come on, this is John 13 and verse 21. When Yahushua said, thus said, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, verily, verily, I say unto you that one of you shall betray me.
So it was said Yahushua was troubled. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta be done though. One of y'all is about to betray me. All right, this is a prophecy that was spoken about in the book of Psalms. What is it? That he eat of my own bread. I'm paraphrasing. King David said it, that he eat of my own bread, yet he should still pretty much betray me. All right, I think this was sitting down at meat, either on or before the Passover. So go ahead.
Come, verse 22. The disciples looked one on another. I'm gonna reread that.
Yeah, come.
Then the disciples looked one on another.
Like, me?
Come, yeah.
Go ahead.
Doubting of whom he spake.
Man, it can't be me, man. Man, I've been down, man. Man,
Who is it?
Who is it? Go ahead.
Come.
You know how Jake is.
Yeah.
Come. Verse 23. Now there was leaning on Yahushua's bosom one of his disciples.
Yep. And when you can, by process of elimination, we're in the book of John, you can, by process of elimination and through studying, you understand that Yahushua's favorite was John. It doesn't say John's name in particular because who's writing the book? He's speaking almost like in the third person, but he's writing in very humbly, not even mentioning himself. You know what I'm saying? Reread it.
Come, verse 23. Now there was leaning on Yahushua's bosom one of his disciples.
He knew dang well who it was. He just didn't write his name. Go ahead.
Whom Yahushua loved.
Who Yahushua loved. Okay, because we know that's John. Because even so, one account in the Gospels when Yahushua was risen, and I think it was Mary Magdalene. I may be off, but she saw the tomb, the stone set aside, and Yahushua wasn't in there, and she went to go tell the disciples. It was Peter and John, and they both started dashed. You know, John put the burners on, but what did he do? He stopped and waited for Peter because he knew Peter was the head, and then he let Peter look inside first. That's why, things like that is why Yahushua loved John. All right, go ahead. Come
on, verse 24. Simon, Select.
Which is surnamed Peter, I think. Go ahead.
Simon Peter.
Yeah, there you go.
Therefore, be beckoned to him that he should ask who it should be of whom he spake.
Exactly. So Peter was like, Peter knew John was Yahushua's favorite, and John was loved heavily by Yahushua. So when it says beckon, it means like he knew he was on his. Hey, bro, since you closest to Yahushua, he was doing that. So go ahead.
Come, verse 25. He then, lying on Yahushua, breast said unto him, Lord, who is it?
So Peter beckoned John, hey man, ask him who it is. All right, go ahead.
Verse 26.
So John asks, go ahead, Salakia.
Verse 26. Yahushua answered, He it is to whom I shall give a sup.
A sop, go ahead.
When I have dipped it, and when he had dipped the sup, he gave it to Judas Iscariot. Iscariot, Salakia. Iscariot, yeah, the son of Simon. Simon.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 27, and after the sup.
So now we understand who's going to betray Yahushua. Go ahead.
After the sup, Satan entered into him. Then said Yahushua unto him, that thou doest, do quickly.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So Yahushua knew who it was after he dipped the sop. Okay? Yahushua knew who it was after he dipped the sop. And he said, do what you got to do quickly. But he gave it to Judas Iscariot. Okay? And it says Satan entered into him. All right? Satan is a spirit. Mm-hmm. And he has a whole bunch of spirits that can make you go off. Pride, overzealousness, anger, envy, wrath, maliciousness, covetousness, concupiscence, evil admiration, all that, anything you can think of. What do you think he entered? What do you think Satan used and entered into Judas Iscariot as an overzealous type spirit? You can be zealous in the spirit, which we're gonna get in Romans, the 12th chapter.
Yep.
We're gonna show you how you can be zealous. You can be zealous in this truth, but not overzealous. And turn, you be a zealot. All right. Keep reading, brother.
Verse 28. Now no man at the table knew for what intent he spake this unto him. Mm-hmm. For some of them thought, because Judas had the bag.
Had the bag, meaning he held what? He held
the money.
The money. He held the tithes. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
That Yahushua had said unto him, by those things that we have need of against the feast.
That's right. So they thought he was going to go get up and go get the things to prepare for the feast. What feast? The Passover. Go ahead.
Or that he should give something to the poor.
There you go. They thought he was going to leave to do a righteous thing. Go ahead.
Verse 30.
But he had Satan on him. Go ahead.
Verse 30, it says, he then having received the sop.
Mm-hmm. Having received the sop in Salakia, Judas got up to do, he had malicious intent. All right? An intention. Matter of fact, look at the word intent or intention. Intent. All right? Intent, it means a purpose or goal, end, aim, purpose. He had a malicious goal in his mind. Mm-hmm. I can't read this brother's mind. I can't read this brother's mind. You can read movements and stuff like that, but at the very, very second, things have to unravel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Only Yahushua knew exactly what he was about to go do. Yahushua could read his mind. He already read his mind. Yeah. He already knew he was going to go do it. He already knew his movements before he ever thought about doing it.
Yeah, that's why I said one of you shall betray me. He already knew who it was.
He already knew who it was. He knew what he was going to do and all that. That's why you read in John, the 2nd chapter, one of my favorite verses in there, the 24th verse, I want to say, it says, Yahushua knew all men. Matter of fact, get that. John 2 and 24, I want to say. All right, because it's gonna clear things up. It shows you the level of discernment that he had perfect discernment.
This John 2 and 24 says, but
John 13.
It says, but Yahushua did not commit himself unto them.
He didn't commit himself unto them. Why? Go ahead.
Because he knew all men.
He knew all men. Keep going.
Verse 25, and needed not that any should testify of man, for he knew what was in man.
He knew their intentions. He knew their aims, their goals, and their purposes. That's why he only dealt with 12. All right? So keep going, brother.
Verse 30. He then, having received the sop, went immediately out, and it was night. Therefore, when he was gone out, Yahushua said, now the Son of Man glorified, and the Most High is glorified in him.
That's right.
If the Most High be glorified in him, the Most High shall also glorify him and himself.
That's right. You can stop there.
Kind.
You know, but that's an example of what a zealot is. All right, and we read what a zealot is, and we understand what his intentions were. Okay, the zealot was one who enticed the people of the Judean province to rebel against the Roman Empire. And who did Judas Iscariot go to when some of the wicked scribes and Pharisees paid him off to give him into the hands of the Romans, so the Romans can come down on Yahushua, just so Judas can see power. That's what his intentions were, but he was overly zealous. Okay, and instead, Yahushua just went on the cross. You got a precept, brother? Go ahead.
We got that Romans 12 and verse 11. It says, not
John 13. Go ahead, brother.
It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. You know, that's how you know, we have to be, man. You know, fervent meaning hot or boiling. You know, but that's how we have to be. You know, fervent in spirit. You know, serving Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Not because we gotta treat this as a business. You know, when you're making you know, business moves, so to speak, when these certain top level business, when they making, you know, business moves, they make wise decisions. You know, they come together, they come to an agreement, you know, and not move like Judas did in that real zealot spirit, man. You know, before any moves, before you make a move or you say anything, you make sure that what you're speaking is correct. You know, just not blabbing out anything or not making any rash decisions. You know, these are certain characteristics that we must portray. You know, which, you know, we're going into Judas and these other off campus, man. You know, because they not making wise decisions, man.
That's right.
And they following their head, which is leading them to that ditch. You know.
That's right. You know what's crazy? Some of these camps are even more overzealous than Esau.
Yeah.
Esau keeps. I ain't giving Esau no goddamn props, but he keeps Proverbs 4 and 25 and 26 better than a lot of these camps.
That's true.
You think he ain't making no moves yet? He's trying to. Okay, we gotta wait for this, and we gotta wait for that.
Yeah.
Then we can do this, and then we can do that.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas just go.
Just showing their cards, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Showing your ass. Showing your cards, like the brother said.
Whatever.
Yep. I'm impatient.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore.
We're going to kill you, Esau.
The scriptures do say, throughout the second chapter, woe to them that have lost patience.
That's right.
You know, that lets you know how important it is to have patience. Wait, ponder, meditate before you do things. That's why, for every idle word, you know, you guys just going up there blabbing at the mouth, man. You know, but all these things gonna come back on you, man.
Hey, get Sirach, chapter 18 and 19.
Yeah,
I'll get it on my phone.
Whoever gets it, gets it.
Yeah.
You know, because you said wait, ponder, think about it. You know what I'm saying?
You said Sirach 18?
18 and 19.
Kind.
See what that says.
This is Sirach 18 and verse 19. Learn before thou speak.
That's what I want. Yo, read it.
And use
physic
or ever thou be sick.
That's right. And use physic ever thou be sick. Man, y'all need to use the physician. Because y'all are sick right now doing things that you ain't supposed to do. But it says learn before you speak. You're supposed to learn before you do any type of action.
Yes.
Sit, pay attention, learn it, try to conduct it, then go out there. But y'all ain't thinking of your movements before you do it. You're just moving off an impulse.
Yeah.
Bishop Tazman says that. You cannot move off of impulse and emotions in this thing. We was on CNN. Let's go in front of CNN building.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scripture said, lean not in our own understanding.
Lean not in our own understanding. Perfect. Just do a live stream at home.
Right.
About it. I'm not saying it's not that serious, but come on, man. You got to use wisdom in this thing. You know, this is not our playground right now.
Right.
We're in Job 9:24 right now.
That's right.
We are not willy-nilly. This is not ours. You got to move in a certain sense that your next move, you could get clipped, possibly.
That's right.
Okay?
Come.
With some wisdom, man. Ponder your ways. You got precepts?
Yeah, I got something else. They got that Timothy for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Titus 2:8. It says, "Sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he is of that he
What's before
that." Verse outside of verse 7, and all things showing thyself. So like outside of 6. Titus 2:6. Young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity. Verse 8, sound speech that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. You know, and who is of the contrary part, man? Esau, man, Edom. You know, hey, Esau, when they accuse us, like I was saying before, it's gonna be falsely, man, just like how they did Yahushua. You know, because we got that sound speech, man, it cannot be condemned. You know, so when you out on the highways and byways, man, like another thing that Bishop Atazwan always says, man, when you out on the highways and byways, you're building your case up, man. You know, so you gotta watch and you know, ponder on everything that you're saying out there, man, because Esau can bring those words against you. You know, I know these other camps are not doing that, man. You know, they're not going out there in the spirit that they should.
That's right.
You know, y'all really got it.
Kind of, you don't mind, go back to that Surah 18.
Go ahead.
That's more on that one. This verse 21, it says, humble thyself before thou be sick. And in the time of sins, show repentance. You know, let me see. I'm gonna go up to 19. It says, learn before thou speak and use physic or ever thou be sick. Verse 20, before judgment, examine thyself, and in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. Then verse 21, it says, humble thyself before thou be sick, and in the time of sins, show repentance. So, you know, the Lord's constantly saying, hey, man, humble yourself. You know, you're going to have mercy. You're gonna find mercy, man, you know. If you humble, you're going to repent, you know. So you being prideful and just talking, you know, that's just a pride thing to do. You know, you just talking, thinking you know it all, and not using wisdom, you know. How can the Lord give you mercy when here it is, you got the apostles, the elders being humble, but you guys just going to the CNN center, you know, and just talking. They even had the footage, you know, them cursing out Esau with the racial slurs and things of that nature. So what are they gonna do once they get brought up, you know, and then Esau brings out that case on them?
You said.
Yep.
You know they probably were out there. You notice Esau only brought out a few words they said. You know they probably brought out some scriptures. But didn't want to quote any of their scriptures on CNN. Just that hate speech.
Yeah, it's the hate speech. That's what they gonna put out.
God, yep.
Go ahead. Was that it on there?
Yeah, that was it on that.
You got any precepts?
I had the 2 Timothy for you.
Yeah, go ahead, get that.
And
We'll close out on this.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. It says, yeah, and all that will live godly in Yahushua Mashiach shall suffer persecution.
All that live godly in Yahushua Mashiach shall suffer persecution. That's right. It's going to come either way. But these zealots out here, they just, it's a part of this prescribed plan in the scriptures. But they're just going to bring it even closer and closer. And then everyone who's under that we know we're Israelite banner is going to be labeled the same label as these zealots out here pushing that type of vibe. You know, they ain't going to care. Well, you follow them, they said they hate everybody. And they want to kill and da-da-da. No, man. I didn't say that. Yeah, but you follow people who do say it. You think you believe you're Hebrew Israelite? Well, yeah. Well, they do too. So you got to believe the same thing. Now persecution comes on us, man. You know, a lot of things that are going to happen are going to be That's why the scriptures tell you to take the low. Hey, we can't control the things they do, but some of the things they do is gonna have to come down on us.
Yep.
You know, but hey, the difference is we have the Spirit of the Lord with us.
That's right.
Matter of fact, give me one more scripture, Wisdom of Solomon 3:1.
Okay. You got it.
God, gotcha.
Con, because the persecution and get Revelation classic, man. What was that? Revelation 3:10.
Yep.
You know.
3:10. Yep.
Yeah. Because these things are gonna come upon us, but that's fine. Persecution. We've been drinking of the cup of indignation for a little while. We've been sipping on that thing. Man.
Yep.
A lot of these other people, Salakia, man. Get 1 Corinthians, hold Revelation 3:10. Get 1 Corinthians 3. I want to say start at like 15. But go ahead, brother.
Con, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High.
But the souls and spirits of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High. Okay? It says the ones who live godly in Yahweh Shai and Mashiach, according to 2 Timothy 3:12, shall suffer persecution. That's correct. Because when Yahweh Shai was talking to the sons of Zebedee, he said, y'all shall drink of my cup. And that cup is persecution. What happened to James? He got smitten by Herod. What happened to John? He got stuck on the island of Patmos at an old age. Okay? They drank of that cup. That was their persecution. All right, but we're in our time of salvation right now. So read Wisdom of Solomon 3:1.
Con, this is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment test them.
And there shall no torment touch them, because they've been striving for godliness, to do the right thing, to use the wisdom that the Lord allowed them, you know, pushed out there. And they listened, and they took heed to it. They took heed to Proverbs, the 9th chapter, where it says, I have mingled my wine and killed the beast and set the table. Anyone who is simple come in. The simple they went in. Okay? And try to keep the commandments and law, statute, commandments to the best of their ability. Yes, we do preach that.
Yeah.
Con.
Okay? We keep it to the best of our abilities, but that's not it. You gotta have the faith.
Yeah.
You know, because the law is spiritual.
If I could say too, you know, and how you the scriptures teach you to carry yourself is when you do it, you will see you start carrying yourself in a real professional manner, man.
That's right.
You know, you won't even you'll stick out, you know, in a good way without even trying. You know, you can tell that certain Israelites, man, that's you know, pushing the Hebrew Israelite, you can tell they're doing this to be seen. You know, you can tell they're doing this for filthy lucre's sake, man. You know, and the Lord's gonna get you for that, man. That's right. You know, you gotta.
You gotta walk in a regal mindset, man. You know, like a royal mindset, and that all goes back to that light. You know, you being humble, taking the low, and people just like, hey man, what's up with you? You know, not in a pride, carnal mindset. You know, when you putting on the gold wrists
and the
headband, and you on the highways and byways like this. Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Come on.
That's all you wanted in that Wisdom of Solomon 3?
Yeah.
All right, Con.
You can go ahead and get Revelation.
You want Revelation?
Oh yeah. What was that? Get that First Corinthians 3. Hey, shalom to the brothers on the Akim on the comment board.
Shalom.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham. Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, go ahead.
This 1 Corinthians 3 and 15.
Yeah.
It says, if any man's work shall be burnt, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire.
That's right. If any man's works, all right. So the works that, like you said it earlier, correct? Is what y'all doing? Y'all gonna have to pay. Y'all gonna have to stand up to it. You've been pushing this. Well, you gonna keep what you pushing, or you gonna falter and not believe in what you was pushing? Keep going.
Verse 16. It says, know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of the Most High dwelleth within you?
Keep going.
If any man defile the temple of the Most High, him shall the Most High destroy.
Keep going.
For the temple of the Most High is holy, which temple ye are.
Keep going.
Let no man deceive himself.
Go to verse 14. Salaki.
1 Corinthians 3 and 14. If any man's work abide which he hath built thereupon.
Verse 13.
Every man's work shall be made manifest.
There you go. Yep.
For the day shall declare it,
Yep.
because it shall be revealed by fire.
That's right. It shall be revealed by fire.
Mm-hmm.
The fire is the tribulation.
Yep.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So your works are going to be tried. The works that you're putting out now, it's going to see if it's suitable in the day of Jacob's trouble.
That's right.
All right, so go ahead.
It says, and the fire shall try every man's work.
Every man's work.
Mm-hmm.
So every man's fruit.
Yeah.
The apostles' fruit, the apostles and elders of great millstones' fruit are going to be tried and see if they were really meet for the repentance.
That's
all
right.
Keep going.
It says, and the fire of every and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
Of what sort it is.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. If you've been preaching this, you've been preaching that. Shit. Christianity, Buddhism, everything we're gonna see who's gonna stand up in the end. If you believe in Hinduism, if you believe in Islamic State, whatever, we gonna see. We gonna see if it's gonna hold up.
And the scriptures say in Proverbs, which you read, roughly paraphrasing, if you faint in the day of adversity, and your faith is small or little, you know, roughly paraphrasing, and that's you guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you ain't been building up. You ain't been building up your faith, man. You know, you've been worrying about, you know, how you look, you know, how you look on the highways and byways.
What platform?
Yeah, what platform you on. That's why you got a microphone out there, man.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't no concert.
That's right.
You know?
Putting on the show.
Yeah, putting on the show.
Yeah, and you can see them today for those in these different religions, like Hinduism, Christianity. Yeah, they in it, but they're not being built in those aspects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have a stripper that's been stripping on Saturday, go to church on Sunday, but she haven't took time to build on that Saturday for what she believes, you know. But here it is, we pushing the name of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah humbly, and we still right here building, man, you know. That's what it's all about, but you people not doing that. Let's see if it's going to stand in that day.
We'll see.
Yep.
We gonna end it on the Revelation.
End it on that Revelation.
It's Revelation 3 and 10.
This is Yahweh Shai speaking.
Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation.
And this is the answer to 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, to see what is going to stand. The words of the Lord are going to stand. All right, go ahead.
It says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
There you go. All right, so there's your opportunity. That 1 Corinthians, the 3rd chapter, verses 13, 14, I think 15. That tells you, hey, let's see whose words stand. And Revelation 3 and 10 answers that. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's words is going to stand.
That's right.
And that's what's going to keep you from the day of trouble. You know, being righteous, what we read in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. That's what's going to keep you from the day of trouble. Okay? Every man's going to catch his trial. But who's going to stand through it? Who's going to endure through it? That's what it is, man. So be very cognizant of the works that you're putting out there, man. And who you're leading astray and who you're teaching. It's a very pivotal thing to understand. All right? Because you don't know every spirit like the Most High does. So you got to be very, very careful. All right? Don't be a zealot.
That's right.
Don't be overzealous in this thing, man. Y'all got any closing remarks? Come on, man. Lord willing, everyone was edifying who tuned in, the Akim or Akwath, whoever was tuned in. Lord willing, you're edifying. We want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Until next time, we want to say shalom.